Hi everyone, this is Mary Sutherland. How are you today? Just making sure I'm on public so all of you will be able to hear my show. On Talking with Mary, I think we'll talk about what makes you happy and how to turn that happiness into a wonderful life for yourself. And I also think sometimes we forget how to do that. So, what I'd like to do is have you guys think about it a little while and let's just kind of like get back to basics and and think about what makes you happy and share it with the rest of our viewers in our group. It's I think it's kind of important that uh, we get back to the basics here. Because you can't, in doing spiritual work or healing or, trying to create positive realities and everything, it's not based on anybody but yourself. You have to make yourself happy first because you have to love yourself first. Because if you can't love yourself, then you're not at the proper vibration in order to be able to help anybody else. It's basically what you're saying is empty words, because most people are empathic at in their lives, and whatever you're saying, it has to ring true to them. Your vibration, regardless if you're right next to each other, if you're 1,000 miles apart, that vibration that you're connecting to, it has to ring true. It has to jive. Um, so when people are listening to a show, if they're not feeling it, chances are, they're not going to get a whole lot from you. So anyhow, so in order to connect, you have to be, you have to ring truth. It's got to come from your heart, your feeling, your vibration, your frequency. And so it all starts with your happiness. So, hi everybody. How's everybody doing, huh? I see Jazz is here. Hale is here. Hale, I don't know if you got my message or not, but I'm just finishing one of my books. I was hoping to have it done and published and at the conference within 10 days. Or, well, I got 2 weeks to get it done, but it doesn't look like it's happening. But the book is done. I just have to have the publisher preview it. I got a little sore throat today, though. And, yeah, I like your smile, Hale. I seen that picture of you with that critical smile on your face. You're such a cutie. Hale's going to be my hero in my upcoming book as well. Not this one, but another one that I'm working on. They call it a novella. A novella. It's because it's not quite as big as a novel. But actually this one's turning out to be more of a novel than it is a novella, so I guess we'll just deal with it. But so anyhow, I'm working on that book. I finished this one, and then for the 5th book in the series of In Search of Ancient Man, I have decided that because the 5th book is we are coming into an age of Aquarius, love and light, community. And so I decided what I'm going to do is reprint a book that I've had out of print for a long time called Living in the Light, Believe in the Magic. And I'm going to take that, get it reprinted, and finish off the 5-book series with that book there. Because it teaches you the light, the magic in life. And I think it'd be very, very fitting. And I was going to use this one book that I have out, that I just finished, to do the finishing of book 5. But but I was having some publishing problems with it. And anyhow, with the publishing program. And I was getting a little bit uptight about it. And then I just kind of backed away from it. And I realized, that in my teaching, I always say if you're having problems with something, there's something wrong with it, you need to make adjustments and, just and set things straight again. So that's what I did, is I took the book, set it aside, went out and, on my deck and that, and hi Shelley, and just thought, relaxed, put it out of my mind, just went to sleep on it. And then this morning I got up and I realized that I needed to change the title, and I also wanted to have Living the Light as book 5 instead of that one. So, when it comes to my books, well, I guess it comes to my whole life, is that when it, I work very closely. I told Brad, I think that my angels are attached to the hip, because it seems like anytime I try to go against what they want me to do, it always seems that they just won't let me. So, and I'm thinking that's what it was. They already knew how they wanted the chapter, or the 5th book finished up in the 5-book series, and so they wasn't going to let me rush ahead and do it without them okaying it first, which they didn't okay. So now, today I went back, I changed the name of the title, did a little bit of readjusting, everything went just as smooth as could be. So now I know I'm on track with the universe again. But the universe will definitely tell you. I mean, they're the angels, your guardians, your beings, your people that have crossed over. They're all around us all the time. So, we don't see them, we're not hearing them, but they are seeing us and hearing us and talking to us all the time. So, sometimes we just got to stop and listen. And that's what I was forced to do, is stop and listen. And I think I'm on track again. But it also made me realize something, because it was driving me crazy trying to get that book done, and then when I was sitting outdoors, on the deck, I thought Spirit says to me, what is important, Mary? Is it important that you get this book out in 10 working days? Is that what's important to you? Is it, the income of finishing that series? Is that what is important to you? Well, no. And I said, no. But I'd like to get it done. Well, why do you want to get it done? Is it because of deadline? Is it because of the money? What? Why do you want it done? And so I had to stop and think, and I says, well, writing makes me happy. Okay. And so they says, well, let's go with that. What makes you happy? Because you kind of lost it. You got so caught up in writing this book and the conference that you're going to be attending and everything, that you're kind of losing track of where your base is. So, and I got to thinking about it, and I'm thinking, well, I'm not the only one here that has lost track of my base. What makes me happy? And so he said, well, why don't you do a show and kind of remind people about this? And maybe you'll remind yourself too. So what I wanted to do is see if, okay, hi everybody that came in. So anyhow, I want you guys to type it out in comments, what makes you happy. Now, what makes me happy? Well, number one, of course, is my family. my husband, my children, and my grandchildren. They can smile or do some silly little thing, and it just lightens my whole world. Just knowing that they're there lightens my world. It makes me happy. Okay, 1. 2. Well, of course, I'm going to add Max to that one. Okay. And so anyhow, number 2, writing and researching. I love to write and research. And so there's another happiness for me. 3, late summer and early fall. I love the feeling of the softness of the air, the gentleness, the warmth through the day, the coolness at night. I love having the leaves, fall, and I love scuffling my feet through the leaves, to make that sound. And I love having the sun, when I'm in the woods, having that sun coming down on me. So that's another happiness. And so far you've noticed that all these happinesses that I've been telling you about, they're all free. They don't cost any money, right? So anyhow, how are you? Okay, Shelley says, what made me happy was my mom, dad, and brother, but now that they're not here anymore, I feel lost. Well, that doesn't make you happy, Shelley. That's one of those buts. Buts always cancel out the original thought, So what I was saying to you, Shelley, is forget about what now makes you sad because you lost something that you liked and loved. What I'm trying to get at here today on this show is you need to not focus on what makes you sad. You need to focus on exactly what makes you happy right now. And who would that be? Maybe Jerry? You haven't lost Jerry yet. And what all fun things do you and Jerry do? You guys have a great time together. Another thing that makes you and Jerry happy was going up into the woods and getting all those amazing shots. See how that works? You said, what made me happy was my mom, dad, and brother, but they're gone now, so I'm lost. No. That's the wrong way. That is such a wrong way of seeing anything for happiness. What it is think of Jerry. Think about you're taking photographs and things like that. So, okay. So anyhow, another thing that makes me happy is just sitting on the deck outside of our house, because our house sits on a lake. And so in the backyard we have like a 2-tier deck. And the deck and then we have a nice long yard.